Hello. Um, Back for another round of Disco Elysium. It's been a few days. I've been kind of busy lately. Haven't been able to play or stream as much as I wanted, but I've got a little bit of free time tonight, so I figure I'll do that. And immediately, yeah, you gonna step on my keyboard? Meow. Immediately have a cat stepping on my keyboard. Can I help you? Meow. You sit over there. You good. Thanks. Now you're directly in front of the monitor. Delphine. Lay down over here or go up on the windowsill. Girl. Okay. What was I doing? Okay, let's see. These things I'm just gonna have to find. Firearm, that one. Didn't find any sign of that guy. This is one I can do at the end of the day. I'm ready to go to bed. Which is not quite yet. Wasn't able to find this. Didn't see any options for checking for these. I'm not sure what that's all about. Didn't see any signs of Ruby. All for information. Oh, I'm gonna have to do that tomorrow. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna go back and deal with these because I think these are the only ones I really have a lead on for the moment. Although this isn't particularly relevant to the case as far as I can tell. Yeah. Still got a little time, so... Okay, does this cost anything? 18. Okay, cool. I can fast travel quickly. Yeah, I guess the first thing is to... Hello! Muffin Hobbit, thank you for the raid. For those of you, if you haven't played this game before, this is a very interesting and strange role-playing game where you are trying to solve a murder, but also your life is kind of a disaster. And plenty of weird things happen. And trying to give even a short description of it would take forever. I do highly recommend you check out the game for yourself first if you haven't played it before. But if you have, or if you just really want to see a little bit of some of the craziness that can happen in this game, feel free to hang out. But yeah, thank you. You had a good, saw the most of yours, you have a good evening and all that stuff. Whatever, and we'll just get back into it. So first, right. So I've got to talk to this guy again. So these guys want to start a nightclub in the local abandoned church, but somebody's already there doing research on it, doesn't really like the idea, so...
Hi again. So, how are things going? And? What happened?
Oh yeah, there was also a crab man,
Oh man! Who is he? What did you think? Really? Huh. Interesting. What's he doing in the church?
He's kind of weird, but, he's just hanging out and spending time up in the rafters, I guess. Yeah, you know, just gonna be
No
nice about it.
matter. Is he gonna be a problem? Yeah, Noid is right. Let's get back to the point. What are we gonna do about him?
These guys will never catch him. You will never catch him. There's nothing to do.
I don't know, man. Doesn't it feel like a major hindrance to you? A spooky guy climbing around when all the guests are trying to have nice
Delphine.
friendly time?
A cat who very much wants attention tonight, apparently. Yes, you. Meow. I don't know if y'all can hear her meowing, but she has decided that since I have started talking, that means it's time to get attention. Yes, you. Let's see. Yeah, he seemed pretty chill for being, you know, a crab man that crawls around in the rafters. He doesn't seem to mind too much.
I guess it's not a massive problem, now that I think of it.
Everyone is welcome to dance till the morning light. Yeah!
Egghead is weird.
Maybe. I guess we'll figure something out. Okay, but what about the other spooker? The one in Grandma's clothes? Did you see her? A programmer? That's odd.
Yeah.
What was she like? Did you ask her about the nightclub?
These are actually both true, but I guess we'll start with this one.
Come on, man. Who will you trust? A spooky programmer or us? We just want to make the world a better place. Feel the love! Get down and feel it!
A half-hearted sell of something which does not seem worth buying.
Something is going on with these
We'll
guys.
get there,
I just
believe me.
don't know
When
what
we've
yet.
got our gear set up, things will be flowing and pumping. Anyway, now that it's settled, how did she seem? I mean, disposition-wise, about the dance club idea. Yeah, Oda 9. Rocking it or dropping it?
Yeah, the art style in this game is amazing, from the wild character portraits to the, you know, weird aesthetic of it.
What a pity! That's my favourite thing in the world! And she doesn't like it at all!
A shame. What can we do now? Do you see a way out of this jam and into a laser-lit future of dance and unity? Unity! Dance!
Yeah, so there's also this lady who's working on this very interesting project on sound research and potentially finding a hole in the universe or something crazy like that. But she's not going to
And you
leave.
can't just evict her?
Look at you, Honor Man!
No, Noid. He's right. Maybe we've approached it the wrong way after all. I'm sure there's a workaround. We can make a deal not to bother her.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of voices in this game, and some of them are just wild. They did a really good job getting
It's okay with her. We only want to get in the church. and
getting
just
some great
enjoy
characterization for
Elysium's
these
music.
people.
The lines in the dark exist. Coexist.
At least Crabman seems like an advanced being. He's hard. He'll understand.
Yeah, he can do his climbing thing in the tower. And the programmer, does she like Nordic dance music?
I'm not gonna lie to him.
Egghead cannot believe what you just said. It makes him pump the jam a little slower for a moment, but then he returns to the full swing of it.
No worries. We'll figure it out. If coexisting fails, you can always muscle around, right? If it's all okay with you, what do you think?
I'm not gonna try muscling her out because she seems like she's doing something that may turn out to be really important. But maybe we can figure out some way to work it out.
Excellent. Good luck, my friend.
Also, I'm gonna try this again because, yeah, like they've got like some weird smells in here. Stuff is amiss.
A number of things don't add up. Let's take a look. How about gather around, kids? The young speed freak puts down a busted capacitor and looks at you. The one with the large head seems very enthusiastic about whatever you have planned. Their would-be leader is less amused.
Sometime in the past, I'm not sure when and where, but betrayal was involved. I fell sick and became the shadow you see now. But before that, I have reason to believe I was a police detective.
But you still are.
And words are misused. Uniforms. Sure, why not?
What happened?
He doesn't know what to say.
Might as well have been 1,000 years ago, but there's still some detective
The
left
young
in.
speed freak is silent.
Yeah. But also this one. But also this one.
I have no idea how you arrived at that conclusion, but it's wrong. Look, we even have speakers.
One speaker. They have one speaker.
What do you mean, friend? It's a one-speaker system. It's monodynamic. You wouldn't know the first thing about sound reproduction in anodic music. Other speaker.
Uh-huh.
This may be the brain damage talking, but you've definitely never heard of monodynamic or one-speaker systems.
Yeah, they've definitely got some weird music going, and it's interesting, but also, yeah, these guys are... There's very much something other than just a music club going on here.
What do you know about spinning tape? Nothing.
Yeah, there's also that.
I'm sorry, but there is no lab equipment and no drug ingredients.
Except for the Nosafed.
He said it was for his nose. What more do you want?
Likely pseudoephedrine. Almost exactly the shape of ephedrine. Ephedrine makes you happy, and so does pseudoephedrine.
And of all cellular-based life, what's your point, Lawbringer?
Make up your mind. First it's the sweat, then it's the ether. No shit.
Try the
Fuck,
other ones
man.
first.
It's difficult to get along with some people, but we're trying to make an effort. We are on a mission here.
We don't need drugs to be hardcore.
Shut the fuck up, Egg.
Climb down from the equestrian monument, cop man. Consciousness is new to the universe. We all have our ways to ease the shock.
And this one, I'm kind of just going with whatever I think. Like, I'm going to be trying be roughly not a crazy cop or, you know, an absolute garbage person. Because I do plan on playing this game again, and I'll probably pick some wackier answers and some more ridiculous stuff on the next playthrough. I don't know if I'm going to stream that one, but yeah, I do want to at least try and help this guy pull his life together this time and not give the ridiculous answers.
We know she has a problem, man. We're working on it. She didn't exactly have a smooth adolescence. What exactly is it you know? That's... Come on, that's...
Against the law?
I meant to say, not true. What do you mean, do?
Tell me what's really going on. We'll work from there. I can be lenient. Yeah, because, I mean, I'm not here to do this. Like, I just sort of stumbled upon this and just like, whatever. I've got other cases to solve. But, you know, I can't just, like, let this slide. At least not the way I'm doing right now. Maybe in another playthrough where I'm just an absolute disaster, I'll be like, sure, whatever, I don't care.
What do you mean by lenient? Okay, man. Okay.
He doesn't know that I probably can't do that.
Things are just so hard for an entrepreneur in this city right now. It's not like we lied when we said we want to turn a church into the wickedest club in East Revershoal.
Because we do! We totally do!
It just,
We just need to turn it into a
Yeah.
speed lab before.
To get our foot in the door.
Like I told you, spooky arseholes moved in while I was getting all this stuff together. A month ago, the place was empty, and now it's all spooked up. No, man, they're spooky, all right. It's just that they would also
Probably call the police, yeah.
Cooking speed in there.
well,
But the sign was way off too. I couldn't feel the love at all.
I like how they still believe in the whole, like, oh no, it's definitely the aesthetics, but also the speed lab thing.
Sir, you promised you'd be lenient.
This is it. Judgment time.
No, no. Just do the club. Don't do a speed lab.
Yeah!
I knew it. It's impossible now.
No, Andre, it's harder now. This hard cop has come to show us how much the fish is, and the fish is always so much more. We all know there was never going to be a club for Nordic music with the Speed Lab. Now it has a fighting chance.
What's that about a fish?
There needs to be a club for Nordic music in there. Needs to. Everyone hates each other. Everybody hates it here. It's all just drugs and we're slaves and I can't. We are running out of time. We need a win, Andre. I promise this will be a win. We won't cook speed in there. We'll do it clean. We'll do it true. We'll do it sober and real and beautiful. This will be a victory for the light.
Okay, I like Egghead.
This
He's
will be
weird.
nothing.
Yeah, probably, but I still like him.
You can hear the ice crack underneath you. Outside, the last century waterfront development is crumbling in the wind. A grape-shot row of falling houses. And so is Rue de Saint-Jérôme and all the houses on Main Row. The old cinema is sinking underneath Villa La Bosse.
What?
Whole thing's gonna sink.
Okay, we'll try to do it without the drugs. We'll do a straight club up in there, spinning the maddest reels and nothing but, I swear to God. Okay, Egg?
From here on, it'll be straight all the way.
Goodbye, officer.
Alright. I will have to convince her somehow. So I haven't solved the Egghead puzzle then. So I guess I'll try talking to him again. She won't talk after the nightclub setup, I think.
We're close. True, hard, full car. Hardcore. Hardcore to the mega. Here comes the night.
Hey, that's not it.
We're close. True, hard, hardcore. Hardcore to the internally coherent.
All car, all right.
He furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime invisible movement of the music in the very real air of the stuffy tent.
Hardcore. Ah! Is it though? But is it? I mean, really? I am the mic enforcer. I am the chicks checker. Yeah!
Okay, that's not it.
We're close.
We got close, though.
Hard, foot, hardcore, hardcore, internally, all
He furrows his
hard. Is it though? But is it? I mean, really? Under the radar.
Wait, no. Ah, damn it.
We're close. True, hard, hardcore, hardcore, internally, all
He furrows his brow as his
hard. Is it though? But is it? I mean, really? I am the mic enforcer.
I don't know what to do with that guy.
Yes, what is it?
Have you seen the Crab Man?
No. Yes. No, you're right. I'm not.
But
I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything. I use the AR-1 as my RAIN prefix processing unit. Mm-hmm. Yes? You really don't know anything about radio computers, do you?
I don't really know much about anything in this world, to be
All
honest.
right. Well, all radio computers perform operations up on air. So in order to gain more processing power, you need to invest in a good antenna. On the front, the unified front of radio waves, licensed and controlled by Lintel in the east in Celindic region. It's all around us. That's what on air means.
Oh, of course. Sure.
I guess it is. So far, I've been quite satisfied with it. Martinez is an unstable region with bad coverage, and the operation has been surprisingly stable. But it's not the cheapest one on the market, so I wouldn't recommend it for your regular red tape operations. Fraser 1000 is a foolproof line for civilians. Anyway, you should do some research before you decide to buy anything. Ask around, compare the prices. There are many milieux dedicated to that sort of thing. I'm working.
The machine seems almost alien with its pulsing core, the light casting her face in a strange shadow.
Could you just shh for a moment? Or get to the point. I really need to focus on something.
It's not just rudeness. It really is hard to concentrate on whatever she needs to do, and you're not helping.
So you do know something about computers.
Mm.
You're right. Prefect is used mostly by the government peeps. No, I don't. Because I needed something good for my investigation, and Reims Civic is widely agreed to be below all standards, so I had to upgrade. Besides, owning a Reim prefect isn't such a big deal anymore.
No, actually, it is kind of a big deal. You don't see Ream prefects in every police department, for example.
I know a friend of a friend who used freelance for the Coalition. I was actually aiming for the military-grade Reim Rational series, but couldn't find one. Prefect is mainly based on the same technology as Reims Civic, so it's kind of a rip-off. But it does have better compatibility with newer antenna models, so I won't complain. They are connected to my Reim Prefect. Whatever you do, just please don't move them, okay? Thanks.
Short and terse. There you have it. Whatever she's using them for, they're hers.
Great. The Swallow, you mean? What about it? Because it's just trial and error, and I don't have a... You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and let me work. Great. Thanks.
I'm not gonna do that one. What if you didn't have to? Click onto it.
I don't want to make anything work. Yes, anything. I don't want to make anything work.
Easy. When her research is done, she can move out.
What? No, I don't really need any help with the project.
The boom boom.
She thinks about it. A glassy look in her eyes. A gust of wind brings more snow in from the broken gallery. It touches her hair.
All right. Bring me the game's offsite copy from my old workspace, if you really want to help. It's stored on a filament memory, and I'm unable to go and fetch it myself. It's a backup of my former employer's project, the radio game we were working on. It's stored on a filament memory, just like the one inside this radio computer.
She's making it extra simple for you.
The backup itself is destroyed now, but I'm hoping to use what's left of it to pinpoint the exact location of the anomaly. You just have to go to my old workspace and get the filament.
Hold on. If it's called an off-site copy, then why is it still on-site?
It's a good question.
Oh god, not this again. It is not on site. It is in the basement. Perfectly safe and not connected to the front at all.
Basement? Sounds like it's technically still on site.
Thank you, Rhetoric.
And no, taking it outside the building wouldn't have protected it from the data loss. There's nothing wrong with keeping the backup in the basement. What happened was a freak accident that has nothing to do with how the backup was stored. We clear? Yeah, that's the one. You can get in through the bookshop. You just have to do some explaining to the bookstore lady. Good. Then you might know the giant ice bear fridge in the building's cellar. The filament is inside the fridge. Just go and get it.
Wait, what? I've already been in that fridge.
In the giant ice bear fridge. I just told you. It has red glowing eyes. It's impossible to miss. You just need to get the offside copy from the ice bear.
But you've been to the fridge and it wasn't there. There was a note saying,
Wait. A note from whom? Did it specify where they took the filament memory?
Yeah, and I couldn't get it open because I don't have a good enough crowbar.
Jawiza. Of course. Our project lead, Suliswov Jawiza. God, he was always so hell-bent on keeping the copy somewhere safe. And feature creep, and the Valley of the Heads. Like it would have made a difference. The offside copy was perfectly safe when the data loss happened. That data loss was anomalous.
So you said.
And the heads... I won't even get into the heads. Millions of them. Go find that copy from that ice cream maker, will you? Thanks.
Valley of 1,000 Heads. You like the sound of that.
This is getting ridiculous. Can't you just defrost it? Or, I don't know. I don't know about the ice cream maker. Just figure something out. Wait, what? Whose dead body?
You know, we don't actually have to tell the entire world about the fridge.
Oh yeah. Maybe I shouldn't have mentioned that.
Whose body is it? You put it there? You put a dead body inside the ice bear fridge. Okay. Very cool. Thanks for keeping me in the loop.
Yeah, I got
would
experience
appreciate
about it.
if you kept this knowledge to yourself, miss.
Who would I tell? My mother? I don't have anyone to tell. And if I did, I wouldn't. I don't care.
Also, if you did, I'm not sure they would believe you.
The bookstore lady hates me. Says I'm part of the curse. Whatever that means. Because she's from Martinez, and people from Martinez have never ever seen a radio computer. She thinks it emits elemental evil. No. She literally started praying for the higher powers when she first saw my Rain Civic. I'm not making this up.
The lieutenant coughs like he's amused.
Once I came in one morning, only to find that my terminal was full of those strange trinkets and amulets. Wards. It looked like some Semenine magic. Thanks.
Alright. Oh, hey. Oversized
And
pry
here's my
bar.
Qualsund multi-tool. You might need it to hack loose some ice. It opens everything. If you get me the offside copy, then you can keep the Qualsund.
Nice. Is that just basically like a giant oversized can opener? 'Cause that's what it looks like. Number of gadgets hidden within the frame of the yellow and gray multi-tool will stagger any technician. Alright. So now I can get this thing open. Actually, here, wait. Probably be easier to just... Oh, maybe I can't fast travel when I'm inside a building.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting.
Wow, even with the gloves and the machine unplugged, this is still a really low chance.
Ice squeaks beneath your Kvalsund multi-tool, but your fingers slip away from the tool. The lid shutters tightly as before, and it's already unplugged. There's not much else to do other than wait for it to defrost or bulk up and get stronger. Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams. In the distance, you hear water dripping. Turning the crank feels...
Clothes that can help with physical instrument. They do. Okay, not that one. I think I still might need
This
to...
orange machine is dead still. This orange machine is dead still.
All right.
It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an ice groans and
There we
hammers
go.
under the strain of your giant Kvalsund multi-tool until the lid cracks open.
Oh, have a good night. Take care.
Darkness lies inside, but you can faintly make out an object, intricate and foreign, left there for a sub-zero beauty sleep, a filament memory with the words "off-site copy" written on its side. Disappointment washes over you as you stare into the almost empty ice cream maker.
A scoop of ice cream would have been nice, yes.
You gently lift the cube from its frosty bedding, careful not to damage it.
We should take it back to Miss Lukanen Kilde as soon as possible. I'm not sure how well unused filaments tolerate room temperatures.
Yes, but aren't you curious to know what's on the precious filament? There's a radio computer upstairs.
I'm kind of not. Like, I'm kind of okay with just bringing this back to her. Eh. I'm sure it might be interesting, but I don't know if it'll be that useful. I don't even know if I'd really understand it.
Yes, what is it? Yes? Thanks. Looks like it's the one. Now I'm going to print it out to see what's left of it. I have a theory. Lintel was able to divine the location of the anomaly from this broken copy. I want to repeat their calculation, only this time with better equipment. Watch. What an intricate display of failure.
The paper starts filling out with ink, soaking it in a gleaming blackness. Not a single line of data stands out. This is wrong. Machines shouldn't behave like that. Sorna doesn't reply, her hands running over the printout. She's looking for something. For her morning star. Eyes scouring the millimeters.
Here. I found it. Hold on.
The light inside starts pulsing like a glowing heart.
Shh. Just give me a second. I'm almost...
I've never witnessed a programmer work before.
Done. I've got it. I found the location of the anomaly. I found the coordinates.
Great job.
Thank you. There, in the swallow.
Water bowls forms a ritualistic arch.
Think you can help me again? I
Sure.
need you to go move those water bolts for me. I need to double check my calculations.
You like moving things around. Moving things around is calming.
I'm like
Just
Stanley
walk
and
over
pushing
to the circle and
buttons.
follow my instructions. Move the third bolt 2 centimeters to the left, and the fourth bolt 5 centimeters to the right. This should do the trick.
Okay, third bowl 2 centimeters to the left, fourth bowl 5 centimeters to the right. Got it. Third bowl 2 centimeters to the left, fourth bowl 5 centimeters to the right.
Thanks.
Which one is the third one?
It's awfully silent again, as if someone turned off the entire world outside those walls. Water inside the bowls stands still. Measurements have been marked down around the bowls, each chalk-drawn line representing a centimeter on the floor. Oh boy, this is going to be good.
Third bowl from the left 2 centimeters. Fourth bowl.
It moves like a ghost without creating a single trace of sound. Some water spills out of the bowl, wetting the floor. The lead programmer sends you an encouraging thumbs up from across the hall. Time to run back, or maybe walk. This is a sacred place after all.
Yes?
Now he can hear me, even though he probably shouldn't be able to while I'm standing there. I'm just gonna step over that one.
Yes, what is it? Great. Everything should be aligned now. Yeah, nothing. Now the only thing left to do is to unmute the headphones. If we got the location right, we should then be able to hear whatever sound this anomaly makes. Honestly, I'm a little scared.
Ooh.
I don't know. That's what I'm scared of. I don't know. It could be anything. I mean, what sound does the nothing make? How can you even listen to something that doesn't exist? What
Good
if
point.
silence is only what surrounds it, but the swallow itself is... I don't know. I'm just scared. Maybe it's going to be something terrifying. Maybe it's going to tear the world apart.
Like that evil ink that filled the printout, erasing coherence and meaning.
Maybe. Maybe I'm just tired.
Nah,
Yeah.
let's do it.
You're right. Let's do it.
The lieutenant takes a step back,
Kim's just like, I don't know about this.
and then nothing. Nothing happens as Sona Lokanen-Kilda presses unmute on her keyboard. Nothing but silence. You can hear some small animal cross the floor in the chancel. It's that quiet in the sanctuary. She doesn't talk. Her eyes closed and brows knitted together in a state of deep focus, one hand cupping the headphone.
Damn it. No, of course not. Nothing happened. Let's move on. No. No. My hypothesis was wrong. According to this, I should have heard something if I got the coordinates right. Like I said, silence is only what surrounds it. But this is just another failure. Silence sounds like silence. That's all it is. You can try on the headphones. See if you can hear anything. But don't get your hopes up.
This can't be it. You should have a listen. Everything disappears. You are draped in silence like a drowning man.
Oh God, am I gonna hear something
into his
weird?
puny little headspace. And then the pressure changes. It feels like flying on an aerostatic, or when your ears pop, or like a subtle difference in the atmosphere, a weather change hanging in the air. What if the sound you're looking for is too low for you to hear it?
A better sound system? Alright, but where would we get one?
You know,
Suddenly, a rhythmic beat permeates the walls, causing a small patch of decorative stucco to crumble onto the wooden floor.
They should really allocate some renovation funds to this place.
No. What they really should do is shut down the disco men for disturbing neighborhood peace. You mean the speed freaks?
I like where
Of
this is
course.
going.
The speed freaks. They have a fantastic sound system.
Uh-huh.
And you think they would help me? I guess I could live through a week or two of peaceful coexistence. Sure. Let me know how it goes. Thanks, officer.
Right, this is getting ridiculous, but I like where it's going, so I'm gonna go with it. I wasn't supposed to run. But I guess nothing bad happened, so I'm just gonna...
Hi again. So, how are things going? Yes? What's the deal? We are grateful, Copman. You're an augury of a new era of anodic dance music. That's fine. We can manage. And you're still sure about keeping our little side business, right? Fine. We can make do. It's going to take us a bit to move our stuff inside. A couple of hours, maybe. Come check back later. Let's get moving.
All right. Okay, so there. We might have to pick that one up tomorrow. 'Cause I think by the time they get moved in, or maybe not.
Yeah, it's all set up, man. Can you already imagine 1,000 people in here? 10,000! Ecstatic vibrations, totally transcendent. And I've finished setting up the new compressor too.
Or it's turning out the
Now,
sound.
the only thing left to do is the name of the club. Will you do the honours, detective?
I wouldn't build a club and I wouldn't name it either.
An underground place with no name? Sounds like something the Crabman would say.
We're not going with anything the Crabman would say.
Why not? The Crabman has ideas, Estelle. Ideas from another level of consciousness.
I don't care. I don't like the Crabman, and I don't like his ideas. His ideas are spooky. Next, please.
The name. Everything I managed to come up with sounds just wrong.
Andre's overthinking it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you should do it, detective. It would be good for the signs.
Noid's right. You've helped us so much. It's the right thing to do.
All right.
You have? Well, what's the name?
Yeah.
Like that DeLorean word for the world, you mean? Elysium.
But Disco Elysium? Isn't it wacky? Disco's kinda gone, isn't it? Forgotten.
The past is the future, but the future is dead.
Egghead is weird.
No, it's beautiful. Beautiful and brave. Like we want it to be.
And short. And memorable.
It's settled then. Everyone welcome to Disco Elysium.
Andre breaks into frenzied dance-like motion to celebrate the name. Someone turns up the beat. That soft core gyrating is supposed to be dancing?
Yes, my man.
Talk? What is there to talk about if you can express
Oh,
yourself
no.
with moves? Audio waves thump against your ribcage. The speaker setup makes everything sound much better. But there's a noticeable lack of something.
It's to express my individuality.
Is that a bald spot? It's hard to tell for sure with the fused together spikes, but it looks like he's balding.
Eh.
Of course it is. Otherwise, I'd just be another poor guy with no education and no money. General issue, man. Now I'm all that.
And I have radical spikes. Fair enough.
Maybe it was a bad idea. Anyway,
You know what? I'm not gonna make this, but
You close your eyes and dream of the shapes your body should form to bring this strange music into life. For now, such ferocity of motion is beyond.
But just imagine the moves you could pull to this futuristic beat.
Puts a grin on your face just to think about it. Even a failed attempt gets the juices flowing and repairs some of the damage done by battles lost. If you up the dose and truly dance, who knows what will happen?
goodbye, officer.
yeah, I feel like I'm probably gonna have to be I do have a -2 to savoir-faire. I look weird, but whatever.
These are some wonderfully regular pants. Not too tight, not too loose, moderate in every sense.
Uh-huh.
I know you do. These Inter-Isolari pants are like wearing a perfect compromise in your nether regions. You're a little more moralist now, buddy. A little more normal, even if you didn't want to be. Makes sense. This is what wearing boring office trousers does to you.
Thanks for that. Yes.
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you.
17%. You know what?
Goodbye, officer.
I'll try this one. I'll give this one a couple of shots. So I don't want to spend all my points on this.
It's good to see you.
But I do want to try and...
You close your eyes and dream of the shape.
Alright,
But
fine.
just imagine the
Puts a grin on your face just to think about it.
Goodbye.
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you.
You close your eyes and dream of the shapes your body should form to bring...
That was a terrible roll. In fact, if I rolled the opposite of that, I would actually have made it.
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you.
You close your eyes and dream of the shapes your body should form.
So I need
to
higher
bring
than an
this
8.
strange-
I think I need like a 10 or an 11.
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you.
You close your eyes and dream of the shape.
Hold on a second. Wait a minute. I just remembered something. Where is it? No, these just give physique. They don't give,
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you. Goodbye, officer.
You got us in, cop. I can't believe you got us in. Between you and me, I don't know if you've noticed this about me. I'm a little suspicious of authority. You really came through for the hardcore underground.
Yes, you really came through for the hardcore underground. How come?
Andre is busy cutting some slightly less lame, but still quite ungainly shapes on the church floor, sweating profusely. Estelle using her contact mic to listen to a tree underwater. The one with the large head is blasting the dance track on repeat, while the stained glass window behind him is rattling from the bass. Sire, the tent. 'Twas a security risk. And in here, sanctuary. 'Twas only noble of you.
Okay.
It's a miracle of carpentry. Dead bodies carved into total shapes. Now it can be something more. 320 years, a little more. The first settlers built it, plus 6 more like it. On the coast here was one of the first things they did. Must have been really scared of something. I understand. Alone on an uninhabited archipelago, forced to face themselves and nature. Pre-industrial quantities of solitude. The sea, perhaps something more fundamental. I would want to build a safe place for myself and my own as well. A cop who's into building critique. Okay then, this is folk DeLoreanism, lawmongerer. It's a subset of early DeLorean architecture. Total. Everything between an ancient concrete cathedral and a glass cube is DeLoreanism. This is just an homespun version of it. Folksy stuff. Early mass production. They made thousands like this. Does that help you out? Like that woman there. Vertical, thin, white. A false image of grandeur. The source of the system is up there. You're at the bottom. They really dug that power vertical. Like to show off large and intricate structures. Arches, spires. Put you down with them. They were really into painting everything white too. Virginal shit, you know. Married shit. Virtue and tyranny.
I'm not going to comment on that.
Stands to reason it used to be white on the outside before the sea wind took all the paint off.
It's fair.
Year after year, flake after flake, whitewashed clean, then covered in green moss, slowly peeled by the wind. Your skin crawls from the sensation as you look around.
Dead bodies of perennial plants. Sigma functions have left this place. It's a good thing we came along. The spiritual collapse has been total. I saw some piglets suckling their dead mother. Have you heard this one, cop man? After a short while, they shuddered and went away. They had sensed that she could no longer see them, and that she wasn't like them anymore. What they loved in their mother weren't her body, but whatever it was that made her body live. End of quote. This is an high-quality carcass. The power of anodic beats and hard bass is needed to reanimate it.
I can't tell if this guy is like actually super deep or I'm just totally misreading what he's saying.
A Sarais man who lived a long time ago, an ancient hardcore brother. It never was. A 3,000-year-old regime of history, built by hundreds of generations of self-appointed intellectuals. It's false to the core.
The way he says it, the force in false core, is invested with 20 kilotons of disgust.
I only said unity. One word. Figures of authority always misquote you. Andre doesn't care about the Ecclesiastes. He just wants the operation to run smoothly. And Egg is a demi-beast. You shouldn't listen to what people say. You should listen to what they are.
He has a point.
Anodic dance music. Regular dance music wasn't hard enough. And yes, I do. I don't. Fuck her giving me the evil eye. I didn't know it was in here. We have to get rid of it. Dismantle it. Can't dance with a giant mass murderer looking at ya. Not a good look for the club.
Mellow, man, mellow. No one's a mass murderer. This is a house of love.
Mass murder on the floor!
I like this question, Cop Man. She did not live the life of a human. She lived like someone who's playing a game. The life of an operator. That's not the life that humans live. She was adored. Humans aren't. I don't know about you, but they hate me. And they do not think I'm innocent or some shit like that. Well, they loved her. They put all their love in her and forgot all about the rest of us. There is. She is a party repellent and must be taken down before we can begin partying in here.
The speed freak looks the same way. It is dark there in the back of the church. For a moment, the music echoes strangely. What a strange choice of words. Caustic, overflowing with negativity. That can't be healthy. What's happening here? Why do you keep coming back to this window? Well, you shouldn't. You shouldn't come back to this anymore. Stop talking about it, please.
Sure.
Now I want to look at this window. I haven't really...
In white, silver, and apricot faience, the young mother of humanism stands above you. A crack runs across her body. She is impossibly tall, oval-faced and sad. A dark and radiant majesty. This is her innocence, Dolores Day. Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her flowing dress. You should kneel. Cold wind seeps in from the crack in the glass. Snowdrifts cover the floorboards at your feet. Above, you feel her multicolored eyes on you, inspecting you. The woman looks down at you standing there. She towers among her followers, architects, laymen, courtiers. There is a sad smile on her lips and a glint in her green-blue eye. Of what? Compassion? Remorse? She acknowledges the passing of someone who is still alive. As that terrible word passes through your mind, the lieutenant draws an X-shaped cross from shoulder to shoulder. Your fingertips touch your chest 4 times as you stand in the apricot-colored light of the window. Above you, the woman still smiles, a distant smile, sundered by the crack in the glass.
The old woman in the village was right. This must be the DeLorean Church of Humanity in Martinez, or the small Pinewood Church in some records. It's a minor landmark, not easy to find. Most maps misplace it. It was built not long after Revachol's founding, 300 or so years ago, by first-generation settlers.
On the coast of an uninhabited archipelago where only animals
Okie dokie.
before, in the wild reeds.
There used to be 7 stave churches on the coast. Les Sept Sœurs, they call them, the 7 sisters. Only one remains. The rest were burnt in the revolution or used for building materials. We should be respectful here, although the building appears to be deserted. I do not believe we'll find the instigator here. Something else, perhaps?
Respectful? Is the lieutenant a follower of DeLoreanism?
Yes, we all are. Her name, body, and rule are synonymous with humanism. The laws we enforce are DeLorean in origin.
The woman looks by in silence, smiling enigmatically.
It's not spiritual, it's constitutional. The DeLorean system does not demand faith, only accordance.
Despite the damage you've done to yourself, the title appears lodged in your hippocampus. This is her innocence, Dolores Day. The innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state. Perhaps the most famous human being ever to have lived. No amount of Commodore Red can wipe her sad smile from your brain thing. It has survived the deluge and haunts you still, and will haunt you forever, as it haunts all men. The highest category of historic individual, an embodiment of the world spirit. In a way, an innocence is elected to office by the founding party, a precedent that has taken place a mere 6 times in the entirety of history. The legal system of the Real Belt is built from the ground up to accommodate an authentic rule should it coincide with our time. An innocence is infallible. The decisions made by one are not decisions. They are inevitabilities. What would have happened anyway? Only accelerated, packed into decades instead of centuries. An innocence is a continuous, compressed event, a sacred human being. It is an honor and a glory to live when one is in office.
Weird and fascinating.
No, we are alone. 300 years ago, in the wake of the discovery of this Isola, the Insulindian, by explorers from the continent of Mawindi, she is, among other things, the innocence of inter-isolary travel and the connected world. Many things, you know she was a woman of the court, the wife of an influential Marchese, and eventually the principal advisor to Irene La Navigateur, Queen of Serene, modern-day Sir La Clé. Also, that she was gorgeous beyond beauty. Terribly, women of the court were expected to play both contract bridge and chess sufficiently well to prove an interesting challenge to a man. A simple grasp in matters of philosophy, theology, and science was encouraged. She was, by all means, a kept woman. She made the most of her position in the anti-DeLorean court, a court visited by the most prominent thinkers and artists of the day. In secret, she was becoming the era's preeminent philosopher of the state. A scalpel, a piercing gaze. She was an almost preternaturally magnetic and intelligent individual. To her contemporaries, she appeared out of time, a messenger from the future of the species. We all fell in love with her, head over heels. Even before she was declared an innocence, her influence was tremendous. It was on her advice that Irene La Navigateur sponsored a number of voyages into the Pale. A costly, often tragic endeavor, ultimately vindicated by the discovery of the new world, the piece of reality you're standing on. She was crowned 2 years after the first expedition returned, setting in motion what is widely considered the greatest era in history. The DeLorean era. Wow, indeed. When her innocence was declared, and the queen she had advised for years fell on her knees before her, she was so overcome with emotion that her lungs started glowing in her chest. Bystanders reported golden filaments lighting the already sunlit chamber around her, clearly visible beneath her dress.
Weird.
That is why the lungs are the symbol of love for the cultures of the Real Belt. Terrifying is a term too emotionally charged for your semantic memory, or what remains of it. But although she's often considered to be the greatest human being to ever live, there was something ominous about Dolores Day, constantly surrounded by her terriers. She was the most socially secluded and least self-aware of all the innocences. Some modern thinkers would consider her a war criminal for the campaigns she waged against the Mesk state. And then there were the resettlement programs. The Mesk state tried to detach itself from innocentic rule. Parts of the world were experiencing whiplash from accelerated into secularism. Her mandatory education programs and mass resettlement of upstream Marguerite were problematic as well. Dissenters were suppressed by a military force she called the Army of Humanity, suggesting those who fight against it are not part of humanity. She adored chess, yes, but also military war games. Dolores Day often holds a tiny tin soldier between her index finger and thumb in icons such as this. She was also blonde, the blondest woman you have ever seen, with green eyes the color of the Pacentic, mare interregnum. Little is known of her Marchese husband. It's as if he vanished from history after completing his role, which was to introduce Dolores Day to court. In conclusion, yes, there is something lonely, paranoid, and even terrifying that people seldom mention, but feel when they think of her. This subtle terror is part of her iconography.
Lieutenant Yefrater, you've stood there for over 5 minutes. What are you thinking of, if I may ask?
You know, I've come up with some wilder theories before,
That's mega
but
cool, man. You coming up with theories in here like that? Right on.
We should board that old spooker up, Andre. It'll only disturb the people when they're trying to dance, unshackled by the failure of humanism.
How about we don't do that, Lloyd? She looks cool.
The shards glimmer in the dark. You see little pearls of light on the edges of the crack that splits the female figure. Something was written there. Remains of broken letters line the emulsion. What it said, you do not know. Hey, her innocence Dolores Day liked little figurines, right? Liked holding little men between her fingers. Remember, you have the headless Falcon Rider figurine. You should give it to her. Win her back.
what?
Don't be so pessimistic. Love doesn't die that easily. So very, very, very nifty. Nifty and mysterious. This is surely what the figurines are for. The mother of humanism stands above you, a precious and complex. Why? That does seem to be a problem. Maybe you meant something else? I don't know. What are we thinking of? Part of your mind has gone on to other things already. The mother of humanism towers above you, a wax painting on a cracked pane of glass. Nothing.
What? You know, I took that task thinking, wonder how I can do this. Wasn't expecting it to be that strange.
Yes, what is it? plug a 3.5 cable into the auxiliary input so that I can route the audio signal through the mixer into the speakers.
Okay, one minute.
He doesn't listen to me! He only ever seems to care about hardcore and Yekokata! A place to be, apparently. Thanks. Maybe you can get through his magic rhymes. Let me know how it goes.
We're close. True, hard, full, car. Hardcore. Hardcore to the internally coherent.
All car, all.
He furrows his.
Hardcore. Is it though? But is it? I mean, really? I am the mic and force. We're close. True, hard, full. It's hardcore. Skibbity, skibbity.
Okay, wait a minute.
True, hard, full. It's hardcore. Skibbity, skibbity. We're close. True, hard, full. It's hardcore. Skibbity. We're close. True, hard, hardcore.
Yeah!
This young man adds a capital G before the H in his yegs and args. This produces a guttural, Gotwaldian accent and makes him sound more animal, more in it. Or maybe it's not Gotwaldian. Maybe it's Oranese. Probably an homage to Oranje, where Arno van Eyck is from. Judging by his name, could you be listening to an Arno van Eyck creation right now?
You know about him?
You know Van Eyck? Wow.
The skinny wraith looks at you with some disbelief.
So am I! So am I!
Oh, is that why they call you Egghead? Because...
Egghead to the mega! The K became the G! The boy became the man! The Advent? We're close. True, hard, full, hardcore! Yeah!
This young man, or maybe it's not God.
The Y to the E to the A 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 to the G to the H to the exclamation mark. Yeah!
He missed one A.
I'm the hard rhymer, the track attacker, the mic enforcer, the sixth checker. I am the law. We're close. True, hard, hardcore. Yeah!
This young, or maybe it's not.
The Y to the E. Yeah!
He missed one A.
It's nice to be important, but it's important to be nice.
What is this guy?
True,
How do I...
hard, full, hardcore. Hardcore to the mega. Here comes the 9.
Okay, that one doesn't do anything.
We're close. True, hard, full, hardcore. Hardcore to the internally coherent. Good morning, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yekokata, the place to be. Yekokata is a hardcore place.
Yekokata is an abbreviation from the Gradian term, Zone of Ecological Catastrophe, an agricultural megaproject in the extreme southeast of the Gradian Isola. It involved cutting-edge approaches to irrigation and a completely new type of fertilizer.
Okay.
An intricate system of irrigation networks pockmarking the earth, intermittent seas of phosphorus mud, ripped tarpaulin fluttering in the wind. A pair of molten rubber boots also comes to mind. All in all, a truly hardcore place.
The club, true, hard, hardcore. Hardcore to the mega, internally coherent. Good morning, yeah. It's the message, so
Hey, that's not it.
we're close. True, hard, Hardcore! Hardcore to the internally coherent.
All car! All right! Yeah!
Gotta get the people going. I'm the party boy. It's my job. Hardcore party 24/7 beyond the winter's orbit style.
There is a place far away,
Oh my god.
beyond a certain latitude, known as Winter's Orbit, where there are 25 hours in a day. It is a tremendously cold place, abandoned to drunks and failed rock stars, full of eternite, depression, and half-finished ski-flying hills. The Suru live there.
Encyclopedia, you are not helping.
We're close. True, hard, full, car. Hardcore. Hardcore internally
All car! All...
gotta get the people going. Yeah. We're close. True, hard.
I'm just gonna have to try. I think I'm just gonna have to go through every one of these until I find the one that's like.
All car!
Gotta get the people. I'm the party boy. It's my job. Two on a track. Watch your back. We're close. True, hard. Hardcore. Hardcore to the internally.
All car! All...
Gotta get the people going. I'm the party boy. It's my job. Hardcore party.
There is a place.
We're close. True, hard, hardcore. Hardcore to the internally coherent.
All car! All...
He furrows his brow.
Hardcore. The question is, what is the question? But there was a question.
Wait, what?
We're close. True, hard, hardcore. Hardcore. Internally.
All car...
He furrows.
Hardcore. The question is, what is the question? But there was no question. We're close. True, hard, hardcore. Hardcore to the internally.
All car...
He furrows.
Hard. Is it though? One mind.
Hey, that's not it.
Close. True, hard, hardcore. Hardcore. Internal.
All...
He furrows.
Hard. Is it though? But is it? I mean, really? No, but seriously, I'm a bit worried it isn't.
What?
The skin on your back is crawling. For a second, you can't even hear the music anymore. There is a hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gilles Lane, right next to the canal. Don't be alarmed. Everything is okay. He isn't actually worried. Everything is still super hardcore. What he probably means is, it could be even more so.
To the mega! Yeah! I can route it through auxiliary! What kind of a cable does she use? 3.5 or 4.5? Oh, she uses 3.5. Yeah. The auxiliary lining is 4.5 millimeter. These two don't mix.
Oh no, we're going to be in this church.
Kim.
Don't worry, I have an adapter for it right here.
Ah.
Hang on, this is a 4.5. We're all good, people!
Whoa, thank God. Adapters noticeably degrade the sound quality.
Great! Someone got through to him. Okay, let's get it all set up. Can we turn the music off, please?
Everybody! Everybody! Don't panic! I'm going to turn off the Arno for just a sec. For a special scheduled event. The Arno will be back, but we're doing something else for one moment. Alright, go tell her that Egghead is ready to rave to her tunes. And then I'll turn off the music. Lungs are for love! When Dolores Day was anointed innocence, her lungs started glowing through her body. For the world loved her, and she loved it back. Yeah!
Why wouldn't they be? Are the lungs not the place where you hold the breath of your soul?
I think so. Highly gaily. Yeah! case, no disgrace. Bring it down to party place. The first page of the second chapter.
Could it be? Maybe for him, you only have a chapter or two left in you. Last of the penultimate, more like.
There's nothing wrong with it. I'm still in love with the hardcore. Sometimes I just feel like anodic music is in its infancy, you know? For example, take this Arno van Eyck jam I've been pumping for the last months, and will continue pumping for the rest of 51. Isn't something holding it back from being hyper? It's like it's only ultra.
I think it's super hardcore, but you're right. It's not hyper hardcore.
If anything, it sounds a bit proto, like it's not fully formed yet. You might be a moribund alcoholic and a failed cock, but you are pretty certain a thing cannot be both proto and hardcore.
It is, isn't it? I knew it. But how could it become harder core? I know the answer in my heart, but cannot think it in my head. If this is not hyper, how could anything be? No! This is the answer! What? Guys, there's something happening in his head. Oh yeah! He's doing it!
I'm about to have morale damage.
But you're not. This is almost certainly a matter that surpasses the limits of reason.
I know! So does mine!
Oh, okay.
Yeah!
No, that would be silly. Your body isn't for thinking. It's for robust, wholesome things. Things like discus, javelin, and 400-meter hurdles. Discus.
All right! Here comes the night!
Alright, let's give this one more try.
Hey man, it's good to see you.
Nah.
Close your eyes
All
and
right.
dream of the shapes your body should form to bring this strange music into life.
But just imagine.
Puts a grin on your face just to...
Goodbye, officer.
Alright, so we can't do those. That's okay.
Yes, what is it? Okay, but think you can ask him to turn the volume down a bit? Just in case.
Maximum! Maximum is the only way!
I know it is, but could you please turn it down just this instance? Just this one time? Maximum is not the only way, okay?
Pump it to the brick! Pump it to the hard master! There's no other way! Glue style!
Glue style? Okay, there literally is no other way. The mixing desk is glued to maximum.
See? He pumps it to the hard master. It's hopeless. Of course it is.
Yeah! Permanent enlightenment! Ray of sound!
Never mind then. Let's get on with our project. I'm going to unmute the speakers on a count of 5. Everyone ready?
Egghead pumps his hand up in the air, waiting for the beat to drop.
Born ready.
Ready!
I'm ready if you two are detectives.
The lieutenant nods stoically.
This is so weird.
Not so stoically, his hand moves to the gun holster.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You disengaged.
No wind outside, no waves, no floorboards creaking. Total, continuous silence. This is unnatural. The woman looks around. In the silence, you see dust move on the floorboards. The driver of the speaker vibrates in the air and then stops. Plasterwork begins to crumble down the walls. In the silence, a low hum starts creeping up your spine. It's a song inside you, not in the speakers, not in the room. A great bass sigh in the basement of your mind. Slowly, it builds, until the air around you starts to vibrate.
Okay, this is wild.
It's out there now, in the world, made manifest. It will devour everything.
Guys, what's going on?
It's getting louder.
In the basins, the water looks like it's boiling.
Hosiana! Mother of Mega! The beauty and the beat! The future of dance! Planetary!
No, Egg! It's the window!
In the corner of your eye, the lieutenant steps aside, cautiously. His eyes
Kim's like,
search
I
for
need to get the hell out of here.
evacuation route.
The window is going to come down. No, the roof.
Whoa.
Cracks appear on the stained glass window. Cracks run up the wooden pillars in the dark.
Come down to earth! Love!
Below it, all the base grows, like the jaws of a giant compressor gnawing on metal and wood. It does not sound benevolent at all. It's shaking the building's foundation. The floor twists. A great pulse arises in your flesh.
That's it. I'm muting it.
Beautiful car! Beautiful life!
Shit! It doesn't stop. A seal? Have you?
Yes, I've turned it off. Andre, pull the compressor. The place is gonna come down.
Fuck! I can't shut it up. The signal's passed. It's not in here. It's...
In the mixing desk now, building into a positive feedback loop. This is it. A great roar. The vault of the roof twists above you. Glass shatters somewhere near the door.
This is probably
It's
going to
coming
kill us.
down.
But I want to see what happens.
But then it stops. Totally and utterly. As if there never was a sound. Only your ears still ring from the shock. Everybody is staring at Egghead, holding a dangling cable in his hand.
Aww.
A black 3-pin connector.
Egg.
I pulled the plug. It was getting too hardcore.
You did good, Egg. Most of the place seems to be intact. Fucking hell. Programmer lady, tell me you were recording that.
4 years. 22 people. Millions of reals. All that time. This is what we were up against. Just erased it. Suliswolf isn't gonna believe this.
Yeah, but did you record it though? It was dope. I think we can use it.
Yes, Andre. I recorded it. Damn, I need to send some letters now. Thank you all for doing this. Eggman, you too. And you, officer. I don't know what we've discovered, but I know what it sounds like now. That's a start. It was mathematical information from the anomaly, presented as a waveform. That's what it was technically. Theoretically, I have no idea. I've never even heard of anything like this.
A voice seems muffled in the silent church. It's your ears adjusting after the exposure.
It was very hard not to. I think you're right. There is something going on here. And you need to be very careful with it.
I promise, officer. We will not play it again. Yes, our lead designer. And maybe some of the producers too. And some of the writers. If they're sober enough to open a transmission. They need to hear. They need to hear about this. Don't worry, I won't send the recording. Although I doubt they have the speakers to produce the frequency anyway. Stay here. I'm going to stay here with these lunatics. Send letters, maybe meet Suliswolf. Also devise further measurements.
I want you to know that's totally chill with us.
I don't care, but thank you anyway. Now, I have a theory to come up with. Some kind of preliminary explanation to all this. Or the letter will sound like I've lost my mind.
Yes, and we have to get back to stabilizing Martinez. instead of demolishing it with loud bass noise of unknown origins.
Kim has the patience of a saint.
Some tiny hard thing lets go in your stomach. You're still alive. All you hear is silence in your head.
Eh. All right, I'm going to talk to a cell, and I think that's going to be it.
She's whistling a melody, her trusty contact mic attached to a wooden pulpit. At the sound of your footsteps, she stops what she was doing and turns to you.
Hey there. I've been recording some new audio from all these beams and rafters. The sounds travelling through the wood are pretty cool. Creaks and stuff. Like you're underwater, you know? But like, underwater inside a tree. But that's not really what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to thank you instead for getting me and my friends in here. And we even found some new associates, such as they are. Good, I think. Noid is getting a read on the place. I think he finds the carpentry very impressive. Andre's been setting up the compressor and dancing. Egghead's been keeping the party up. He's got the stage under control. Sauna, the programmer, she's doing whatever she does behind that radio computer of hers. She doesn't talk to us much, and the crab man hasn't shown himself, thank God. Sure, you helped us out. I can repay the favour. What do you want to know? Oh, she's a bit odd, I have to say. Doesn't talk much. I'm not really sure how to vibe with her, you know? Seems like she's not in a very good mood most of the time. But earlier today she told me about Welkins, and she seemed oddly happy, like she had some idea with those little creatures. Some artistic idea. I didn't really listen, I was busy with my mic. Oh, the crab man. Still gives me the creeps the way he moves. But he doesn't actually come down that much, just climbs around the rafter. I just tried to stay away from the crab man. But he talks to Noid. They seem to have some thing going on. Beats me. Noid said they get along somehow. They're both crazy enough, I guess. Who knows? He doesn't really answer our questions, see? Not that it's easy to ask them. What are we supposed to do, yell up at the tower? Who do you want to know about? Andre. He's a cool guy. Doesn't really come off as one, but he is. To me, at least.
She rubs her sides, but not from cold. Her shoulders are relaxed. She must have taken a hit, or she's on an upswing.
He takes care of shit. Sorry. I mean, he's got a vision. For what life should be, you know? He tries to push things until everything falls into place. He's an organiser. Nothing. But then again, there's nothing to organise around here either. He really wants this church thing to work. Must have taken it as a sign when he found it abandoned like that. Said it was an augury. I don't know where he got that from. Andre's not super intelligent. I've never seen him so psyched about anything though. And he's often psyched. Looks sort of desperate, like it's his last chance or something. Or maybe he was just high. I mean, not that he does drugs, just high, you know? Yes. Anyway.
I'm not gonna say that one. That's mean. This one's also weird, but you could just say no.
Yes.
Oh. Well, cool. I'm not gonna say that. I'm still not gonna say that one though. That's just mean.
Who do you want to know about? He's a four-burger, I guess, like the rest of us. Okay, maybe not Egg, I don't know about him, but Noid and the rest are from Forberg, making the pilgrimage up north to visit the Elysium. He's real hardcore about the lifestyle. It's just something poor Forberg kids do every spring. To pass the time, we walk the entire length of Boogie Street, up to Jamrock, or as much as possible. I don't know, man. Have you been down Boogie Street? It's a little bewildering. No? Sure. What do you want to know? What do you mean do? Like for a living? He's a carpenter, trained and all. He's very good, he just doesn't have the mindset to work like that. In a shop somewhere.
Yeah, I can see
He
it.
abides by the hardcore, sir. You would have to ask him yourself. Sir, I abide by the law. Who do you want to know about? What do you mean? Oh, that. He's the party boy. Anodic music doesn't really do vocals in the traditional sense. Vocals are thought of as rock. That's to say they're a bit backward. No offence if you like rock music though. Rock music's cool by me.
Pachu, pachu, swish. Your credentials as the resident future man of Revachol are being questioned. Show her you're hip with the times, Gramps.
Yes, forever. Anyway, even if you don't have vocals, you still need someone to say something every now and then, right? To urge things on. That's where the party boy comes in. He basically just stands on the stage and dances and yells how awesome everything is. It's very catchy.
I understand. People are usually afraid to do things if others aren't already doing them. Dancing makes you dance, like sneezing makes you sneeze, or yawning makes you... Anyway.
Yeah.
Actually, we don't know where he's from, or who he is, really. One time we were out partying somewhere in backwater Forburg. Or maybe even Coal City. I can't remember. Maybe it was Coal City.
The worst of the banlieues. A wretched heap of closed-down mines, even west of Jamrock, on the dusty slope of Montmartin, the remotest possible area of Revachol. No one even wants to exploit those people anymore.
Oof.
Egg was yelling along to some jam someone was spinning, all night long. Just kept yelling until he didn't have a shred of voice left. When the sun came up over the mines. There were mines? Yeah, it was in Coal City. Egg came with us. He made this wheezing puppy dog sound all the way back. Couldn't even speak. It was definitely Coal City, because it took us 2 days to walk back to the fort. He just wheezed the whole way. We never really asked why he came with us, or who he was. I think his name is Jermaine. People are sweet.
You can see it must have been a great night. The memory causes her to go silent for a moment or two.
Who do you want to know about? Me? Again? I told you, I'm a silver bird.
There's that phrase again. Really reminds you of something.
It means I don't answer questions about myself. Thank you. Sure.
The silver bird has already flown away. I will catch it later.
Man, I failed all of these. Oh well. Yeah, that one's just weird. That one I have to do tomorrow. I don't know about this one. Still don't know about this one. Keep looking. This one I'll do when I go back and wrap things up for the night. Which I guess I'm close to doing now. I guess I can look for him tomorrow. These... I don't know. So yeah, I think that's it for this one. Seems like it's getting kind of late. Well, I paid for the night, so I might as well stay in the hotel again.
Hi again, Gendarme. Bye-bye, Gendarme.
Hey, was there something you needed? You're already set for the night. Your door is unlocked. Another thing. Great. I love those. Yes?
That's it.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent
Blah. Nothing over here. Oh, and the cat's come to say hello. Hey, bud. Meow. Come here, you. I guess you're awake, huh? Did you have a good nap? Are you asleep? Yeah, you're up and you're like, I want my dinner. Not quite time for dinner yet, bud. I don't think there's anything more for her. Oh, she's not even there anymore.
the same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
I think I'm already at my maximum physical instrument.
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight. You give it another, more ferocious kick.
I don't see how this is going to give new results. Through the kitchen door, perhaps. Let's explore rather than destroy.
This medicine cabinet is stocked with drugs.
Yeah, I think that's it. Something is kind of weird about these skill checks where they'll say you can redo them, but you can't actually redo them. I think anyway. But
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction period and the zoning plan in the addendum.
interface. Anything else that must be a bonus to interfacing? Gauntlets. +2 instead of +1.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction period and the zoning plan. With a confident flourish, you complete your forgery. What do you see on the signature line? Indeed, They look distinctly different and very convincing. These might as well be their actual signatures, but they're not, and the document will be nullified if they dispute it. That means Everard will have to start over. All you need to do now is mail the signatures to Everard's accountant in La Delta. There was a mail delivery box in the plaza, near the corner of the bookstore.
I can go do that right now. I don't even have to wait until tomorrow to do that one.
As you fold your fingers into a fist, you realize you could knock anyone out with one punch. The white ceramic gloves wrap around your digits comfortably. Your movements cause tiny little clicks, like dice rolling somewhere far away, as the plates reorient to your motions. The hardened vitreous enamel, at once sleek and voluptuous, adds a glow to your cheeks and a spring to your step. Just imagine what a full suit of this stuff could do for you. You really do feel more confident. Invulnerability does that. Even partial invulnerability. Remember, this is a highly specialized kinetic redistributor meant to stop bullets. Wear it. Observe its properties. See if there's a weakness in the design. For the day you have to fight someone covered in the same material.
That's a good point. You know, honestly, given that there's like still that other those other two guys out there, I think I may need to use this one. Back out and drop off this envelope.
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito, bullet holes, and an RCM sticker. Other than developing a personal relationship, looks like you were right. You drop the white envelope in the darkness. It lands with a soft thud on what sounds like a couple of letters. About a week's worth of mail as collected in there. They'll empty this very soon. Probably did the right thing. You can't trust that slug, Everard. You know he's going to play you somehow.
Hi, the sea's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast. What's on your mind, officer? Oh, that's good to know, I guess. Why is it in the sea? This calls for a funeral, if you ask me. Aye. Feels deserved, don't you think? Falling in the line of duty like that and all? Why odd? Our things are a part of our life world. They're made with our human sweat and they share human history. We should care about them as we care about humans. To some extent, at least.
Life world? Someone's been reading up on last century Gottwaldian philosophers. Play it cool now.
Oh yeah? You won't even be able to get it out of the water before early June. And where are you going to bury it? Who to invite? What music to play at the wake? Take it from someone who's been through a few funerals. It's easiest to just leave them there and let nature take care of it.
Damn.
It's going to be quite a few years before nature is able to completely take care of a motor carriage. You could always come back in a few months and see if you still want to give it a proper send-off.
Absolutely. Things like what, for example? Oh? Who?
I think I've already done these.
Really? Are you sure you're not also looking for Nadia? A lot of stuff. I guess that makes you into some sort of terrier. Either way, I can't help you out. Like I said, fish mostly. Sail the waves, take care of the kids, pick nets. Right now I'm tarring a little skiff. Sometimes I also walk to the beach to see what the sea has given up. The sea is full of surprises.
Keep it professional, man. Don't make it sound like you're hitting on her.
Wood, pieces of glass. Every once in a while we see dead bodies. Human, animal, fish, other odd sea creatures. A mine washed ashore once. Bottles, drugs also. Lost cargo in general. Most of the time it's just wood and glass.
All right. Major choice moment. You only get to ask one thing. It would be weird to say them all. Choose wisely. Mines. Mines. You need mines.
Well, you're barking under the wrong tree then, officer. I have no interest in floaters. Seen enough of them in my life already. Very unattractive bunch.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm not going to do that one. Well. It's not relevant to the case. I'm just going to let it go.
The old woman. The buzz of electric lights. There's a gap where the name of that song should be. You should ask her about it right now.
Yes, I can't really sleep anymore. Only a few hours a night. It happens when you grow older. My suggestion is, don't. Don't grow any older than you already are. That's old enough. What's troubling your mind? A lullaby my mother used to sing. I sang it to my kids too. It's an old Samaritan children's song. Surrender to the night.
That's kind of grim for a children's song, even if it is a lullaby.
Yes, it does. I can wash it for you, but it's going to take about a half an hour. Think you can stay put for that long?
No, we must run around ceaselessly. It would be torture to stay put.
Well, hand it over then, and I'll see what I can do. Must say, I'm proud of this one. It's pretty nice underneath all that filth. I hope you'll have an easier life in your hands.
Nice. Also, what am I actually going to wear? Nah. I do like the blazer. Even if it is disco ass. No. No. Definitely not. Amusing, but no. Switch back to the horrific necktie. I might have to be wearing them to, I guess I'll leave those on in case I have to be wearing them to continue to study them or whatever. This works. Of course, in 5 minutes, I'm gonna run across another check and be like, "Oh, wait, let me do this instead."
You're back. Good. What can I help you with at this late hour? Matter of fact, I don't. I have a medical condition of my own. Nothing unusual, though. I'm old, you see.
Didn't she have another medical condition?
Don't worry. It's curable. With questions. Ask me some. It'll help pass this night. More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything. Glad to have been of assistance.
Okay, so that's as high as that's gonna be.
You're back.
All around you, rain keeps falling down. On the wooden boards she's standing on, and on the water around you.
Sadly, I need this one myself. It's hydrophobic, repels water, almost magically. The company makes them for offshore platform personnel. Very sturdy. What I can do for you is answer some questions. Nothing like talking to pass a rainy day. More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything. Are you sure you're sure? Your colleague... Okay. The pale is...
Yeah, I think we've already done this one.
achromatic. That's right. The negation of... Yes, sweet... Is this the first time you're hearing this? Do you really not remember anything? Beyond curious. Tell me, what do you think of the Pale? You really didn't know. This does not spell good for the investigation, Detective. If you don't know even this, then... Your colleague, Lieutenant Kisaragi, is competent. I checked up on him. And you have me.
Interesting.
I will try to assist you in any way I can. Even if we have to do it one basic term at a time.
All right.
6 kilometers southwest.
Oh, now I
of
get
the
a double
Valley of
6.
Dogs, Junior Officer Chad Tilbrook takes aim at a rabid black dog licking its wounds in the grass. To his left, his partner, Emil Mullins, whispers, "You heard what happened to Tequila Sunset in Martinez?" "Yes, he lost his mind," Tilbrook answers, fingers on the trigger. "Don't worry, Emil." He pulls it out slowly. Slowly now. He'll find it again. We always do.
You? You're an officer of the RCM. Preciso Mundo. Nothing more nor less than the de facto law enforcement body of post-revolutionary
have we already done this?
Revachol, Detective. Yes, that means not de jure. The RCM acts
I guess
in what
not.
is poetically called the
thought-
twilight of international law, both at the behest of the coalition government and to its chagrin.
I thought those looked like dark red instead of light red, but now I'm thinking not.
The RCM's responsibilities are defined by the Emergency, Wayfarer and Aliments Acts, 3 pieces of legislation keeping the city in a, let's be honest, laissez-faire stasis to the benefit of foreign capital. There's nothing basic about your role, Detective. It's true that the RCM keeps everything the way our seemingly permanent provisional rulers like it. Yet, on the other hand, I know these people. I deal with them daily. Let me tell you, dear, they are not fans of you.
It was a bit of wishful thinking.
The post-revolutionary decade was a disaster for the coalition government. Revachol in the 20s was hell, especially on the west side of the river. Gang warfare, a botched privatization scheme, a nuclear pile meltdown. They called it the international zone because no nation wanted to claim responsibility. The RCM restored peace where the coalition failed. A true blue citizens' initiative. They will never forgive you. So permit me to conclude with this. Who you are to me is the police, the only legitimate law enforcement authority in Revachol. And if those authorities drink so hard they need help recalling the basic terms of reality, well, I'm here to help. Nothing more nor less. Yes, that means... Permit me to conclude with this. Who you are to me is the police. And if those authorities drink so hard they need help recalling the basic terms of reality, well, I am here to help. Glad to have been of assistance.
Alright, well. Another check cleared. Apparently I can try Egghead again?
Delorean charge!
Vibrations thump through your blue soul. A hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Ghislain, tangled in its branches, something bronze flutters in the wind. He stands on stage behind a table, nodding along to the music and waving his hand in the air. In front of him, the audio mixer, one reel spinning.
Why are there 2 of him?
The other reel deck is empty. Cables run hither and thither. On one side, you see an auxiliary line in with the number 4.5 written next to it.
Yeah! It was awesome! And scary! Very hardcore! Too hardcore, in fact! I couldn't control it! At all! It sucks up all the air in the mix until it's the only thing left. Starts compressing itself and everything around it. Completely fills up the headspace. Extreme!
Inside your chest, the heart beats still with the after effects of the sound. Imagine if you could harness that power, making it pulse.
Not sure that's a good idea.
Oh! I don't know. Maybe someone can do something with this. I imagine this is the sounds that the future could make. Yeah! No nation, but transnation. No war, but class war.
He's not a communist. It's just something he likes to yell. He picked it up from a tape jockey at the Elysium. She was a communist, though.
Ah.
Yeah! With a rebel yell!
Don't be a lunatic. Of course he isn't. Jermaine here just yells random things. Odds are, sooner or later one of them will come off as fault reading.
Yeah! Revolution imperative!
Unless you were thinking Revolution imperative right now. Anyway, I've had a similar thing happen with eggs yelling. I know what you mean.
Hardcore superstar! Yeah!
Alright, let's try this and then...
Know it in your lungs where the pressure should vibrate. In your heart that's alone. And in your solar plexus where the hits should land. So does every chordate animal.
What? Wow, okay. We should start with the melody. But where would we get that stuff from? I'm sorry, I don't know anything about Nordic music. I'm just the party boy. I get the people going and say it's hardcore.
The young man falls silent with appreciation. He even tries to contain his smile, as if it could hinder your investigation.
Basically, what you need to find here is a tape with some banging music on it, so that Egghead could use it to remix Van Eyck's jam.
Yeah, maybe that street hawker across the pawn shop has got some tapes to sell. That's just an idea.
There is a hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Ghislain, right next to the canal. A reel of magnetic tape is caught in its branches, like bronze ribbons blowing in the wind.
Oh, I know! I know this! I can tell you where it is!
St. G is the boulevard before the canal bridge. The one that takes you to the whirling in rags and the industrial harbour. It's got the lanterns and the...
I knew that! I could have said that!
and the mosaic sidewalk.
But it's all blocked with that stupid traffic jam right now. Anyway.
Does it?
Anyway, that's all yours to figure out, Copman.
Copman! Tape! Yeah! Spins the tape until the space escape! Yeah!
Oh god, this might be a terrible idea.
Alright! No! No, no! This is gonna make people scared! Keep it positive! Keep the love in the house! Alright! No! No, no! This is gonna make people scared! Yeah!
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you.
You close your eyes as they touch your skull, leaving your breath.
Of course.
Where did that little fluttering light go?
Total darkness. You sink down the darkest fathoms of your own personal deep, vertebrate by vertebrate, through the unformed skulls of your mind. Here it will begin. Who fucking cares? God? Where is your God? Who fucking cares? No, not good. Orgasme. Oh Oh, don't worry. The music's still there. This is a pivotal moment. Nothing. Just the immaculate silence of your spinal fluid. Electrified.
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Every vertebrae in your spine is an unformed skull ready to pop up and replace the old one. Like shark teeth. The one you're currently in has a little brain forming in it, waiting for its turn to rule the world. I am the spinal cord.
Happening.
From what I can see, it's about to bust a move.
Foolhardy, do you even know what's happening on the surface? Maybe 1,000 years have passed. Or maybe you started spazzing out like 2 seconds ago.
With your eyes still closed, the first thing you feel, all the way back in the pivoting darkness of your own torso, is warmth. You have become a triumph of rhythmoplastics, somewhere in a smelly wooden church on the coast of Revachol. The wounds from the war you waged on your body are healing, twist by twist, turn by turn. You have become a flawless interpretation, a flesh and bone approximation of the throb coming from the speaker setup of the one called Eggheads, entirely, rigidly imbecile, without pity or fear.
That is amazing. Look at him go. He's just going.
Oh my god! No way!
With his reel-to-reel mixer blasting the anthem of a future that will never come, the young man observes your moves for a second. He throws a screwdriver and a bunch of drill chucks into the corner and explodes into dance. What he lacks in sharpness, he more than makes up for in violent enthusiasm. The young man immediately bounces up and down, then assumes the same dance pattern, embellishing it with some sort of waving motion. The young woman lifts her headphones up slightly and raises her chin, looking at you expectantly.
Everyone must dance.
Aren't you going to dance?
No, recording.
Aww.
The lead programmer throws the other young woman a knowing glance before turning her attention back to her own work.
Well, I tried.
She's still at her mainframe, pressing buttons, reading printouts, but she started nodding her head along to the
Hey. Good enough.
The dynamic motion of your flailing body is bordering on the extreme. You're going off the charts. You feel as if turning on the hyperdrive would be a point of no return. Feels almost memorable. Are you sure you have the entire puzzle in your face?
Here we go again! Hardcore filthy air! The sound above my head!
On the coast of the Martinez Inlet, in a small weather-beaten stone church built 380 years ago by settlers from the Occident, most likely to guard against an anomaly at its center, an officer of the RCM is contorting his body into idiotically rigid shapes as he invents the future of dance music. It's the hardest anyone has ever danced.
I am La Revacholière.
What?
I am the city. I am a fragment of the world's spirit, the genius Loki of Revachol.
Okay.
My heart is the wind corridor. The bottom of my air is red. I have 100,000 luminous arms. Come morning, I carry industrial dust and let it settle on tree leaves. I shake the dust from those leaves. and onto your coat. I've seen you. I've seen you. I've seen you with her. And I've seen you without her. I've seen you on the crescent of the hill. The modulations of my voice are noted down with thermometers and barometers. You feel me in your nostrils, on the little hairs on the back of your neck. I also reside in your lungs and vestigial organs. Everywhere there is space.
What is happening?
You are an officer of the citizens' militia, Jaunt in Rebut. When you wear your coat, you wear my soul. You move through my streets freely, in motor carriages and on foot.
Well, just on
You have
foot now.
access to the hidden places. You also circulate among those who are hidden. I need you. You can keep me on this earth. Be vigilant. I love you.
An officer of the RCM is lying on the floor of a small church, his eyes rolled and his tongue lolling out. Several others are standing around him. He slowly comes to.
God.
Had a good rest there?
Fuck yeah!
I bet you did. Those were some advanced moves, man.
You might be imagining it, but it feels like Egghead turned the volume down. Such is his respect.
Man! Now, man! Now imagine if we could do that, right? But with like 1,000 people.
End of human development. Mission complete.
All right!
You're absolutely beat. Muscles relaxed and feet like noodles underneath.
Goodbye, officer.
Alright, I think my work here is done. Yeah, that's a task to be done tomorrow. Now,
The bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting. But it's yours. You've earned it. It's not easy, but your bones are so tired from what feel like weeks of work on the case. You have to try. After what feels like hours, you feel you might be sleeping.
Thoughts, baby. A million little lights in the dark. You're one fine instrument, brother. All those faces and all those names. All that laughter and screaming and scheming around. Every corner and every street.
Recorded in you forever on Faraday.
On and on it goes, for untold hours. At the disco where you first asked her to dance. Rising, rising, above the dark curvature, the great wingspan of sleep, studded with stars.
Behold, there are millions of them down there. The first time, the last time, the smoke in her mouth, the plotted flowers, The faces turning, changing.
It's the world, Harry boy, and you're made of it. Every day you're out there, you make more of yourself from it. I'm afraid you can't be unmade now. You can never forget this shit.
Beautiful. It's stuck on loop, whirling, spitting out words and images.
You're the son of the world again. Harrister, a ceaseless agent. Picking up litter and old newspapers, collecting your little bubblegum wrappers and idiotic picture postcards. Meaningless, meaningless keepsakes.
Reading your awful letters and recalling things, aren't you? The endless names of the world. An address book you are. The map of a city.
You know, I like the sound of that.
You'll go insane if you keep going like this. One
Maybe.
more day, and you'll be in the loony bin. I just know you will. And for what, brother man?
Solving your little crossword puzzles. Doing your tasks. Crossing names off lists. Trying to become some sort of world detector. It won't make it okay. It won't put smoke back in her mouth. 'Cause only love can break your heart.
Man.
Beep, beep, beep. The alarm is ringing, Harry. The disco circus goes on and on. You barely slept 3 hours last night.
Do it for the wind.
And that's what we'll call it for tonight. This game. It's weird and wild, and then all of a sudden it hits you when you're not expecting it. Except you are expecting it. Except you're not. Yes, maybe you're expecting it to hit you, but not quite how you think it will. I don't know. Seems random at this point. But I've been having fun. I'm gonna keep playing it, and I hope you'll keep watching and enjoying it. If not, that's cool too. But either way, this is it for me. I'm gonna just go ahead and sign out here. I don't know when the next stream is gonna happen, but it'll happen sometime soon. I think. Yeah. I'll catch y'all later.